Welcome to She Needs Grit. I'm your host, Samantha Varner, profit coach and founder of She Collective. I now run a successful coaching practice, and I'm here to share all that I've learned through my 14 plus years of experience in financial services, public relations, and profit coaching, so you can apply it to building or renovating your business. Profitable businesses are created with just 4 ingredients: grit, confidence, strategy, and simplicity. This podcast is a combination of conversations with gritty entrepreneurial women and no fluff ways to create profit in your business starting today. If you're ready, grab your caffeine and let's get started. Good afternoon. I'm Sam Varner, the host of She Needs Grit podcast, and I am so excited to be back with you this afternoon. Okay, well, it's this afternoon in the podcast recording studio, but nevertheless, let's dive in. I know that the content for the podcast for the last little while has been a lot of motivation, a lot of broad strokes planning, a lot of rah, 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 let's get this year going. Now I want to take you really deeply into some of the things you need to make sure you are doing like a boss to become a profit maker in your business this year. Today, I want to talk with you all about sales. Okay, there can be no crying. There can be no shrinking in your seat. You have to listen to this. The way that all of you are going to build your business, become a bigger profit maker, and make all of those dreams possible is through sales skills. And I know that that can be really, really daunting. The most important thing I think when it comes to sales, at least at the intellectual level, is you have to have a concept of how many people do you need to get in front of to generate enough conversations to sell. So this is the part that we sometimes forget, right? We think that, if we just do a really good job of promoting ourselves on the internet, that people are going to come to us and they are going to buy our product or our service. And that can be true. That can happen, right? There's unicorns everywhere. But the reality is there needs to be an ability for you to get very, very talented, very, very skilled at closing the sale. It takes more than just producing massive amounts of content on Instagram to get people to buy. It does. And I know that if you're sitting out there as somebody who's like, I've stayed consistent, I'm really visible, why isn't this working? It's because there is a gap somewhere between showing up and being in front of your audience and asking for the sale. I don't love going down this path, but I tell you, this is a bigger problem for women than it is for men. It is. We are so, let's call it conditioned to make people happy, appease, and to not come across as forward. And this plays out really badly when it comes to selling our product or our services or our skill set. There's a lot of women I hear from all of the time that are saying to me things like, I just want to earn a little money. Don't want to be salesy. Now, if you've gotten to the point where you are, let's say, high 5 figures, low 6 figures in your business, you've mastered some of this. But now what you need to do is you need to dive really deep into how do you do it on repeat? How do you do it from an automation standpoint? How do you do it in a way that's super consistent? This is hard, guys. It's hard no matter what level of business you're in, but it's certainly hard when it comes to feeling like you're convincing people, you're tricking people, you're trying to get them to buy into something that's not true. And what almost all of the sales problems come down to is a lack of belief in your own ability to deliver the goods. We are never as confident as we should be of our own capabilities and skills. And I see this all of the time. I see this with people when they are just complimented on something that they do really well. Let's say they make a charcuterie board that's amazing, or they decorate for the holidays that's amazing, or they do birthday cakes for their kids. Amazing. and people compliment them. And instead of saying, I've worked really hard, I have practiced a lot and I thoroughly enjoy it, and it makes it easy for me to do, they say something like, oh, thanks. Yeah, it's okay. Or I just threw it together. Stop doing that. Stop underselling yourself in every aspect of your life. Step into it. I want to come into a room and I want people to remember me and think, geez, she's really confident. She knows what she's talking about. She comes in here and she says, I'm a profit coach and I can help you be profitable in your business beyond where you are right now, without a doubt. And I believe that to my core. And I have learned to believe that before I had evidence of it, and even more so before I had evidence of doing it for multiple tens and tens and tens of women. What does that look like on the outside to the consumer? You look like a badass. If you're willing to get up and say in front of a room full of people, this is the service I offer, it will change your damn life, you would be ridiculous not to get it. I know what a change it can make for you. Now, how many people want to have a conversation with you? People are magnetized and drawn to people who are confident in their product, right? They are excited about the potential of what you're telling them is possible. They don't want to think maybe it's possible or I could sort of do it. They want to think it's 100% sure that I could do it if I go all in. Now, there is false confidence, and we need to be really careful. I am not in any way encouraging you to be full of shit. You need to know that you are capable of delivering that product or that service that you say. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have done it this exact way before, and that's your confidence. Instead, you have to believe deeply that you are capable of learning and growing and developing and creating a thing that will generate the results for the people because you have the experience, because you have the personal experience of having done it yourself, because you have the knowledge and the background. I don't believe that anybody on this podcast is here listening from the perspective of trying to be some sort of like charlatan, right? Pull the wool over people's eyes, fast results with no actual information behind it. But I know how critical it is for you guys to believe in what you're selling, to believe in the fact that your best price is the price that you're currently selling it at. And when you change your prices, when you increase your fees, the first person that you have to get the buy-in from is yourself. You need to know and deeply believe what kind of life-changing impact you're going to have on your audience when they purchase your services. What do you know shifts in their life? What do you know is now created for them? How do you know they're going to be able to show up in their lives better or different or more elevated than they were before? You have to convince yourself and sell yourself on that first. And this is the part people miss. I get questions around sales scripts and how do I do this and what would it look like on a call? And that is piece number 2. Piece number 1 is that belief, right? In that understanding and like you've drank your own Kool-Aid. You are 100% all in, crazy style passionate about what you're delivering, who it helps, and how you're amazing at it. So you have to start there. Some of the tips and tricks I have is I want you to sit down and before you get on a sales call with the next person that is wanting to buy your service, wait, how do you know? Okay, hold on. Let's go back a second. If someone has booked a sales call with you, it is because they want to know how to buy it. That's what they're there for. And your goal is to go in being a badass, answering their questions, being helpful, and showing up. You don't need to question whether or not they want your thing. They're not there to browse. It's not Target. They're there because they want what they heard you say you offer. Now you need to clarify exactly how you offer that thing, and you need to make them believe what is possible. What is possible that they haven't currently yet achieved. And that with your help, they will be able to do this. And it doesn't matter what that looks like, right? You can be a realtor selling a house. You are selling a lifestyle. You guys know this. You are selling the dream of what it would be like to live there. Every client that goes through a brand new shiny home that is, of course, emptied out and fluffed up and all ready for a new buyer does not have any Cheez-Its on the floor of the pantry, does not have any kid dirty marks under the 3-foot mark on their walls. But I promise you it will, all of them. But we somehow psychologically get convinced that a brand new house is never going to have those problems. And unless you're leaving your kids somewhere else, they will, right? But you are selling a lifestyle. You are selling an image. You are selling the potential of that. That is the same for all of us. As a coach, I am selling to you. I am selling to you the potential of you hitting or exceeding your goals in your business, of you feeling confident and gritty and having a simple plan that is a very creative and innovative and doable strategy, and that creates the results. That's what I'm selling you. Now, if I had that in a box that I could wrap up and hand to you, it would be amazing. But I know that with my knowledge and my education and my experience and my past clients, I know it is possible, and I 100% believe it for the future clients that they can achieve the results as well. You have to feel that same level of confidence when you go to sell. It isn't so much about the words you say. It's certainly not about a script. It's about you diving really deeply into believing you're a badass and being able to communicate that badassness to the world. Then it's about you actually doing it. Yep, that's the scary part, right? Going out, saying to people, this is my business. I am a badass. I can help get you these results. Let's have a conversation. And doing it often enough over and over again till your confidence builds, you get better at it, you get more streamlined at it, and it takes you less time to close each individual sale. Sales is not complicated. It is problem solving for the individuals you're in front of. They have a problem. You most likely have the solution they're looking for. You just need to show them how your solution helps their problem. I know sales can be tricky. I know that it feels like the hardest part, but what it is you're not doing it enough. You're not practicing. You're not feeling confident. You are self-doubting yourself before you get on these calls. So instead of doing that, I want you to put up the music, dance around like a crazy person, write out a journal entry as to why you are a badass at what you do and what kind of life-changing results are you creating for people. Do that every single time and come to these calls or these networking events or whatever you're doing that you're promoting yourself, and come with that energy. Walk in that door like you own the place. You can do this. Sales does not have to be complicated, but in order to hit your profit maker results that you're looking for in your business, you have to get better at this. And there's no script here that's going to help. There can be all sorts of pieces of it that you can get better with. You can get better at objections. You can get better at how you sell things. You can get better at the order you do the call in, and all of that I can help you with. But I promise you, the biggest part is buying into your own offer and standing in the power of that and the power of the change that you are letting clients experience and have as a result of working with you. So go be a badass. The next room you walk into, even if it's the bathroom, you can talk to yourself in the mirror. It's totally fine. I want you to walk in there and say, hey, I am the best at doing this. This is what I do. This is what it achieves for people. Does that sound like something you're looking for? Good luck. I know you can do this. Knock that next sales right out of the park and send me an email and let me know how it goes. Have a great week, you guys, and I will talk to you next week. If today's topic is one you know you struggle with, I invite you to book a free profit call with me and share your struggles, your goals, and together we can decide how coaching with me could be the way to shift you into a profit maker. The best way to book this call is either go to Instagram at Samantha N. Varner, that's SAMANTHA SAMATHANVARNER, or go to https://bit.ly/free profit call and book your call today, and let's get you moving towards being a profit maker in your business. Thanks again for joining me, Samantha Varner, in this episode of She Needs Grit. Let's talk shop again soon. If you like this episode, hit follow, share with a friend, and leave me a 5-star review in your podcast app. Every review means other gritty women just like you find the show and grow their profitable business today. I invite you to connect with me on Instagram at Samantha N. Varner, or just pop over to my site at shecollective.biz, and that's .biz with a Z or a Z if you happen to be in Canada. I'll be back next week with more so you can create confidence, clients, and cash in your business with simple strategy and none of the drama.